Job chapter 12. Put your ear to the earth, and Job answered Zophar. Job answered, I'm sure that you speak for all the experts, and that when you die, there'll be no one left to tell us how to live. But don't forget that I also have a brain. I don't intend to play second fiddle to you. It doesn't take an expert to know these things. I'm ridiculed by my friends. So that's the man who had conversations with God, ridiculed without mercy. Look at the man who never did wrong. It's easy for the well-to-do to point their fingers in blame, for the well-fixed to pour scorn on the strugglers. Crooks reside safely in high-security houses. Insolent blasphemers live in luxury. They've bought and paid for a God who will protect them. But ask the animals what they think. Let them teach you. Let the birds tell you what's going on. Put your ear to the earth. Learn the basics. Listen. The fish in the ocean will tell you their stories. Isn't it clear that they all know and agree that God is sovereign, that he holds all things in his hand? Every living soul, yes, every breathing creature. Isn't this all just common sense? As common as a sense of taste? Do you think the elderly have a corner on wisdom, that you have to grow old before you understand life? It's from God we learn how to live. True wisdom and real power belong to God. From him we learn how to live, and also what to live for. If he tears something down, it's down for good. If he locks people up, they're locked up for good. If he holds back the rain, there's a drought. If he lets it loose, there's a flood. Strength and success belong to God. Both deceived and deceiver must answer to him. He strips experts of their vaunted credentials. He exposes judges as witless fools. He divests kings of their royal garments and then ties a rag around their waists. He strips priests of their robes and fires high officials from their jobs. He forces trusted sages to keep silence. He deprives elders of their good sense and wisdom. He dumps contempt on famous people. He disarms the strong and mighty. He shines a spotlight into caves of darkness and hauls deepest darkness into the noonday sun. He makes nations rise and then fall. He builds up some and abandons others. He robs world leaders of their reason and sends them off into no man's land, and they grope in the dark without a clue, lurching and staggering like drunks. Chapter 13, I'm taking my case to God. Yes, I have seen all of this with my own eyes. I've heard and understood it with my very own ears. Everything that you know, I know. So I'm not taking a back seat to any of you. I'm taking my case straight to God Almighty. I have had it with you. I'm going directly to God. You graffiti my life with lies. You're a bunch of pompous quacks. I wish that you would shut your mouths. Silence is your only claim to wisdom. Listen now while I make my case. Consider my side of things for a change. Or are you going to keep on lying to, quote, do God a service? To make up stories to, quote, get him off the hook? Why do you always take his side? Do you think he needs a lawyer to defend himself? How would you fare if you were in the dock? Your lies might convince a jury, but would they convince God? He would reprimand you on the spot. If he detected a bias in your witness, doesn't his splendor put you in awe? Aren't you afraid to speak cheap lies before him? Your wise sayings are knick-knack wisdom, good for nothing but gathering dust. So hold your tongue while I have my say, and then I'll take whatever I have coming to me. Why do I go out on a limb like this and take my life in my hands? Because even if he killed me, I'd keep on hoping. I would defend my innocence to the very end. Just wait. This is going to work out for the best. My salvation. If I were guilt-stricken, do you think that I would be doing this? Laying myself on the line before God? You would better pay attention to what I'm telling you. Listen carefully with both ears. Now that I've laid out my defense, I'm sure that I'll be acquitted. Can anyone prove charges against me? I've said my piece. I rest my case. Why does God stay hidden and silent? Please, God, I have 2 requests. Grant them so I know that I can count with you. First, lay off the afflictions. The terror is too much for me. Second, address me directly so that I can answer you. Or let me speak and then you answer me. How many sins have been charged against me? Show me the list. How bad is it? Why do you stay hidden and silent? Why do you treat me like I'm your enemy? Why do you kick me around like an old tin can? Why do you beat a dead horse? You compile a long list of mean things about me. You even hold me accountable for the sins of my youth. You hobble me so that I can't move about. You watch every move that I make and brand me as a dangerous character. Like something rotten, human life fast decomposes, like a moth-eaten shirt or a mildewed blouse.